feel guilty. It's my fault.
No, don't.
Hit it, Lou.
Like clearly.
Okay, I'm almost ready. I thought my wine was right here. Hey, what does a girl have to do to get a box of wine?
What does a girl have to do to get a box of wine around here? I don't have one.
To get a box of wine around here.
Where's my box?
Okay, thank you. All
I
right,
need a box. Thank
let's
you.
do this.
For real, he actually forgot.
Big girls don't
Oh
cry.
my god.
Lou forgot the box of wine.
I'm gonna be okay in a few minutes.
This is already.
Oh my god, he's sleeping
sponsor.
over the couch. The man is sleeping over the couch to get my box of wine. Ladies, it took me 15 years to train him to jump over the couch to get my box of wine at the last minute, but it was worth
It was
every
so.
fit I ever
Oh my God, it took us.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Thank God Mike's here to keep Lou alive. Thank you for coming back. Thank you. We love you. Welcome back to Big Girls Don't Cry. Yeah.
Woo.
Right on. There's Amber Rose. Amber's here.
Yes.
Yeah. And the handsome, the hot, Semper Fi. Mike been in the back.
Yep, barely made it.
Barely made it. Running things. How was your
Oh.
day, Mike? Was it a rough day? Oh, Lou, thanks.
Everything was fine throughout the day. Got a lot of stuff done. It's just there was an accident on the freeway when I was coming here.
You know, it's like we don't expect traffic anymore because there's no traffic.
Nobody on the road.
And then every time we get in the car, there's an accident. In
Right.
fact, I have some bad news for everybody. Amber got a brand new Mercedes-Benz. She just went in to have her car oil changed, right?
That's bad.
No, I
You
didn't.
get a
I
brand
didn't
new
even get it. It was
No,
a few weeks old.
How did you buy this car? I mean, you weren't going to get
Oh, yeah. Well, my lease was up, and I was fighting with them. I was going to buy my lease car. I ended up having, I was like a lot over the miles, and Fletcher Jones ended up writing up the miles and giving me a pretty good deal, and I bought it lease. I always lease.
First time
Brand new buying a car.
She drives up to the trailer in a black Mercedes, which I can't even believe you could drive a Mercedes into our gates. We don't have some kind of alarm that says, weirdo, weirdo, weirdo.
Yep. And so on Saturday, I got hit by a 16-year-old girl. She was probably texting, wasn't paying attention, and slammed right into my brand new baby.
Oh, man.
And my car, it was like magic, literally turned speaking German. It went back to its native language. So all my sensors, everything it tells me is all in German.
Did it call you a dirty Jew?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's it.
Oh, nine. Hey.
Everything. I have to make. So now I know how to say left and right in German, so that's fun. But it literally, all the sensors, like my mirrors are doing weird things. But the car doesn't look totally damaged. I just know the innards are messed up, and that really bugs me. And I look fine, but boy, my innards hurt. My back hurts.
Oh,
My from braking, my ankle's swollen.
Oh, honey, give me your glass.
Thank you.
Box of
Thank you.
wine.
Yes.
Take care of that pain.
So
Cheers.
sorry. Yeah, so I was laughing because I look fine, but boy, oh boy, that really, and I'm in my 40s now, and what a car accident can do to your body, I had no idea, because
Well, she must have been going really, really fast.
my car's damaged, so Mercedes must be taking a good
How
job.
was her front end?
It was a Volkswagen. It didn't
Oh,
make it quite
that sucks. And now you have to get a back treatment.
every week,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
Maybe, are you thinking of the oil?
I actually am. I have not tried that yet. But
Everyone says that's the best for the,
I know what, it's on my list. I gotta go find a good one.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, my cousin is in Arizona. I'll give you her number.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything to feel better right now.
Mike,
This
have
is
you ever
rough.
tried the CBD when you got an accident?
No, I usually just man through it.
Amber, you
Take
got a
the
man
pain.
through it.
Oh,
Amber and I, did you notice, Mike, anything special about the way Amber and I are dressed this evening? We did not, we planned it, but we said we'd do it, but we didn't know when, and she brought it today, and so today we are in our matching twin flamingo outfits. It's a flamingo fantasy for all you fellas out there. Cheers. Yeah. Hey, you know what we should do? Let's stand on one leg, because for a moment.
Face each other like on top of the
Flamingo.
trailer over here.
There you go. Now that is the price of
Right?
admission that anyone would want to pay.
And we could cross our legs, kind of.
Let's try the thin cross. Oh, it's so
Like
easy.
that.
Oh no, I'm crossing cross. I'll keep them crossed for the both of us.
And all your people listening in on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher or whatever, this is why you gotta watch. You gotta tune in and watch.
It is something to
Last
see.
week, when you try to cross your legs, uncross them.
The automatic uncross.
breathe.
I know.
And I can't stop thinking I need that clip.
You were almost bruised.
I almost fainted. Watch the video back. Watch how hard I laughed. My face is purple, I think, because I laughed so
Oh
hard.
my God.
Because that's literally how I cross my legs. It's something. I can't explain it. So
You know, I'm just probably the worst person. I'll just say it. I got up so early this morning because there's nothing I love more than a minister that gets in trouble for sex. And so
okay, I don't watch TV. What's
okay,
going on?
so here's the deal. You know about Jerry Falwell? He's Jerry Falwell's son. That they run Liberty University.
No.
University. This is how much Amber knows.
Yeah.
Mike, have you heard everything about it?
No.
Oh my God, you guys! I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay, good.
So there's this big Christian university. There was this really big guy, and he all of a sudden I forgot his name. Jerry Falwell. So his son, Jerry Falwell Jr., takes over the university, and he, he's just, he's a righteous man, and he gets today or yesterday the word broke that he and his wife, her name is I think Betsy, she started getting on this pool guy back in 2003 or something at the Fontainebleau Hotel in Florida. Said, come on, and he's talking to these young girls by the pool. He's the pool guy, pool boy. She says, come to me, you need some experience. She's like 42, 43. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
So he goes up to her room and she goes, one thing, my husband's Jerry Falwell Jr., he's in charge of Liberty University and he wants to watch.
Oh.
So, yeah. So he comes in the room in his Speedos and sits down and watches the whole thing the first time they do it. And then they've done it years and that. I went through every newspaper article I could find. Not because I like to see people go down. It's just because I to see righteous people go down.
Well, the more righteous they are, the more I find out
Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. Tammy Faye's my life. She's like Miss Piggy came alive. I love her.
She actually was out South Coast Plaza one time, and my mother, Cindy Burns, she was handing out free hugs at South Coast Plaza in front of Neiman Marcus.
Oh my God!
And she goes, "I'd love to give you a free hug," and my mom goes, "Oh, honey, not without a court order."
Tammy Faye must have died.
Oh, she did. And my mom hugged her. She goes, "I'm just kidding."
Yes, of course.
So my mom made a good funny joke, but she goes, she couldn't believe. So South Coast Plaza, their headquarters was across the street from South Coast Plaza.
Yes, I remember.
So she likes to, and it's empty now.
Isn't it a Chinese church?
No, it's just dead.
For a while, though, a Chinese guy bought it. Yeah.
It's just like weeds growing over it. If you're ever on the 405 right before Bristol, you'll see this beautiful building, and it's like
Greek columns.
And it's like abandoned.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, I just can't get enough of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing I've been thinking about, Amber, we talked about it a little bit last week, but now I'm getting serious, being that we're so deep into COVID.
Yeah.
And I got so many bills coming up. OnlyFans.
Yeah.
B has already made like untold money. Come on, Mike. And then that
I know, right?
A Disney star, the Disney girl,
Yeah.
she got some fancy Dior bathing suit, a bikini day, just from subscribers of 1 million in one day. The first person to make $1 million on the platform in one day.
And it'd be a Disney star.
A Disney star.
What kind
So
of perverts are following Disney stars?
well,
Yeah, but still.
you know how people are about Disney. They'll think they're on a big ride or whatever. But I really. Now here's the deal. You probably saying whistle while you work.
Yeah, exactly.
And people are paying for that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we could come up with something we could do.
Cleaning our
on
bikinis.
we could say cleaning in our bikinis. That's we could do that. We could offer that.
Clean the trailer.
Cleaning the trailer, washing the car.
Yeah.
I'm helping kids, random children do their homeschool.
Yeah.
In bikinis.
In bikinis.
No.
I don't know.
I mean,
you can hurt a
have
child.
listen.
You can hurt
For a
child.
lot of money, I like go to Ralph's in a bikini. Like just
I
follow
will.
with the
We can
camera.
shop around
No,
Ralph's.
really, I really will. We'll go to Walmart.
Of course.
Shop for bikinis.
I
We're
do that
shopping,
anyway. I do
And
that
you'll
anyway.
film us.
Yeah, and
Do I get a cut of it?
of course. That's where we're
Fans
really going to
only
make the
watch
money.
us go to
Okay,
Walmart
if you
and
guys
bikini.
think we're kidding, we're
I'm not
kidding.
at all.
We're calling ourselves the Big Bad Girls.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm
Bikini
serious.
girls.
Big Bad Bikini Girls.
Big bad bikini bitches.
But there is one already. But there already is one girl who's written a whole book about. Her whole book. She's a comedian. and her whole book is her in a bikini. So I don't think we can do that because it's already.
I don't want to
done.
hurt it. Yeah, listen.
So
I like
I want to mix it up a little more.
Okay.
For example, like we could. I want our fans on fans only to only fans. I mean, not fans only.
I call them both. I'm just like
fans,
so I
fans
call them fans.
Yeah. I want them to be able to look forward to unusual, like golf cart driving. You know, maybe say topless golf cart.
Perfect.
What about having the fans email
Fun
their
ideas?
suggestions?
Yes, good.
Right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, so Mike, you're gonna film, and guys, we're not kidding about this. Mike, are we kidding about this?
No,
I'm not
no,
kidding.
no.
I'm not kidding.
Are you
I'm not.
kidding, Mike?
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. I'm all
Mike
in.
will film, and we will just do this. And yes, I think that's a really great idea.
We can
come
go
up with a few
swimming.
Things.
We can go swimming in your pool. This is what funny. One time I was at the pool and me and Vicki were swimming, and Vicki tells Lou, "Go get the donuts and the pizza."
Yeah.
And I got so excited, thinking I was hungry. Perfect. God, I love Lou. And it was a blow up pizza and
Blow up donuts. I
but
have.
I was gonna say we could lay out in our just lay out at the beach.
Yeah.
I mean the pool.
Yeah.
In the trailer. I mean people would
There's
pay to
so-
stay in a trailer.
So many things.
I think we could
could
make
do.
like $12.
You know, right? Or like we could just
No refunds. Don't even think
and
about
like
it.
once a month we could say, okay, guys, we're gonna be fully clothed. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, just for you, so you
Just
can
to be
relax
nice.
for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, just to rest. And
They,
your
they
brains.
can pay money to get you guys to put your clothes back on.
That's what you know.
even better.
That's what is basically. It's gonna come down to that.
Yeah,
You know what?
put a
That's
pair of pants,
exactly.
$20 for a shirt.
You know, a whole black sack over me. Give me $20. Done.
I don't know if that's going to work though, because I know one of you two have a lot of male admirers. That
I have one. The king of the trailer park, and where was he? Mikey, wasn't he?
Mike something or other. I can't
Yeah.
remember. He was watching last week.
Yeah,
Was he?
yeah, of course he is.
I
man.
know.
What's Mike fell for you? He fell hard. He's not anywhere.
I'm so lucky.
It's not some Southern California twat.
I know, right? On to
He's a
the
real
next.
man.
He's the
On
king
to
of
the
trailer
next.
park.
He is a real man.
King of the trailer park. I mean, that is a
Right.
honorable title.
Listen, I want to give a real strong warning and gratitude out to everybody that got out of the way of Hurricane Laura, because Hurricane Laura, they said that she is coming down in the Gulf states, right? With a survivable force. They said unsurvivable force at a level 4. Hurricane Laura.
What is
Okay,
she coming into?
she's coming into the Gulf states.
Yeah, she's
Florida,
crossing
Louisiana.
And going over to East Texas.
And they named her
What?
Laura. No one would get out of the way of Laura. Who's Laura? Yeah. I'm not going to bother with Laura. Why do they name a 4 Laura?
Yeah.
Right? This is ridiculous.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic. You need to have a bag of catastrophic names that these guys at NOAA have.
Like-
They can pull out Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Charlie Manson. Charlie Manson's coming. You know,
evacuate.
right? Get the kids. Michael Jackson's bearing down.
Exactly. Some scary
Laura.
names. What's
Laura.
Chucky?
Chucky.
Yeah.
Chucky. With a
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. I
I
mean,
agree.
it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Laura's coming.
She's gonna
Laura's-
put her in.
She's gonna come in her capris and talk to Dick Van Dyke about his day. It's Laura. I don't think so. Ridiculous.
She's coming in. She's.
Yeah, Laura's here and she wants a cocktail. You know, it's just like really.
I should have named it Karen.
Karen right now. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
only the managers
Karen.
would be
Yeah. Everyone evacuate.
Oh my. So I got some amazing, also observational cool news for you guys.
Yes.
This is going to cheer everybody up. Bring It On. It's 20 years anniversary right now for Bring It On.
Really?
One of my favorite movies ever.
Yes.
Filmed. A lot of it was filmed here in Oceanside, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part of the stadium is a beach pod right on our beach. Yeah, it's a seats and it's like an amphitheater on our ocean. So a lot of it was filmed there, but it's one of the greatest movies, right? Come on.
I know.
It's hot in here. There must be some tourists in it. There must be some tourists in the atmosphere. I said, ooh, right? I mean, the best movie ever. So they had a meeting with Gabrielle Union, Kirsten Dunst, the writer and the director, for a new one, a remake, kind of not a remake, what do you call a sequel?
They put them up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? We should be the.
I gotta practice my
That's
splits.
right. We should be the moms. I'll be
There
the
you
grandma moms of the
Yes.
Yes, or the boy.
Let them know
cheerleaders.
we would be very good.
Yeah.
moms.
Kirsten, I know you're listening. I heard you love the show, so big fan of you as well. So, are at your cervix.
They should
as
do
they
a
say.
sequel of Drop Dead Gorgeous. Have you guys seen that one? About the beauty pageant?
Oh,
in
you know what?
Minnesota?
I don't know if I've seen Drop
You
Dead
need to
Gorgeous.
see it. She lives in a trailer park.
Honey Mike, Mama, Lily, and
It's
Vicky
a
know
beer
every
can
line.
welded to her hand. because
Welded
she drink-
to. It is the funniest movie of all time. When the what's her name? You know, the rich girl. What's her name in real? Carries the crucifix across the stage and says, "My God." Oh no, it's
Yep.
and she. Oh my God, it's. You've never seen it.
I don't
I've met so many people who've never seen it. And I
Really?
love sharing that with. Yes,
What's the name of it?
Drop Dead
I'm
Gorgeous.
gonna watch it.
Drop Dead Gorgeous. It's amazing.
It's
Okay, I'll watch it
insane.
again.
It's so dark.
Is it on Netflix?
It's so dark and so hilarious.
I don't know if it's on Netflix.
Does it
or not.
kind of, when you're explaining it, reminds me of, I just happened to watch that with the dog show.
Oh, best in
Show, kind of
yeah.
like that kind
yes, exactly.
yeah,
It's like
kind
a
of-
little bit before Christopher Guest, but yeah, it's just insane. And all these girls they're in Minnesota, and it's hunting season. Kirsten Dunst is working in a funeral hall, just doing, sewing people up and doing their hair so they look nice.
And practicing her tap
The
dancing.
trenches in her tap for the state
Oh
championships.
my God!
Luckily for her, she doesn't like shellfish. So, yeah, best movie
Bad.
ever. Best movie ever. Yeah, I've been like compiling really funny movies, and I'll put some on my website because I appreciate people look at things and you want to see.
Yeah, no, we need it. That's one we should post.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh
good
my
postable.
gosh.
I got into Vicky's Instagram. I haven't been able to yet, but I feel like we can make some funny posts.
Yeah,
And in case she loses her password, I'm a backup.
I know. Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what? Today we're gonna go live. Probably let's do it next week. Live on your Instagram and live
Hell
for
yes.
different like
Definitely. We have
Because
to do it.
YouTube people, I don't do YouTube, but I like Instagram, and Instagram people don't do. It's two different demographics.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna introduce it's like the others. We're gonna introduce the
Yes.
Instagram to the.
That's so cool.
My son is here today. We're
I'm
very excited.
Hendrix is going to be in the room.
Yeah.
This is Amber's divorce anniversary.
Today is my divorce anniversary.
Happy
And
anniversary.
thank you.
Happy anniversary to you.
Yeah.
And
Cheers. Yes.
It's
it's
always weird saying that.
Well, they don't have that aisle at Party City. I looked.
It's
Happy
so funny.
divorce to me.
That's crazy. We should definitely make a divorce.
And I
line.
said, we did, and felon, when someone comes home, we want to have
Yes.
a party.
right.
Or he's a
These
jolly
are-
good felon.
These are the people that
Yeah.
part of these things.
Oh,
Yeah, divorce
people.
parties. I want felon. I want happy out of jail,
Right.
happy out of prison.
Maybe a
welcome
rehab.
home.
Back
Welcome
from
home. Let's start a
Back
party.
from-
Oh, yeah.
Let's start a
Yeah.
party line.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Everyone's online. We're live right,
Right now.
Son of a.
It's hilarious. Oh well, well somebody do it for us because we have so many other projects we have to
We'll
do.
just be partners.
But
We'll promote it.
the most important thing that I think anyone could do in a divorce situation with children is keep the family together. And the family, like you just had a vacation with your ex-in-laws in Texas, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
The
When my
family stays
kids,
together.
I'm my ex-husband and me, I could win an Oscar at how good I handle everything. But his family is still my family because my children, and so his parents are still like his grandparents. Like they'll never.
Right.
I make sure I would never mess up. His brothers are their uncles, so they all moved to Dallas. And even though I never even thought of their father bringing him to their own family. To me, it's like that's my job. I'm the mom. I want to keep that glue. So I don't even think about it until someone will go, "This is my brother's ex-wife." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like it's a weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect. It's just what it is. I go, "Oh, I forget that."
exactly.
I'm a little removed.
But you're still there.
I'm still there.
And I kept some in some of my divorces. I kept some family members.
Yeah.
It's like actually part of the divorce decree.
Yeah.
You're going to keep these family members because they're become so close to you.
Yeah.
Not everybody,
Yeah.
but
He didn't keep any of mine, but I kept all of his.
that's why he hasn't called me. So
I was thinking about. I'm like, did he keep any? Not a one. That's okay though.
it just is.
Unless we know how not all in he was and how all in I was.
And again, it's all about really. Let's face it, like we talked about last week. I mean, fathers are really important, and But the bottom line, most of the work, that kind of thing, does come to the mom. It's just traditional. It's going to change because men are becoming more evolved.
Yeah.
But we've always had to be the ones to keep the communication.
And I don't mind that. I don't mind female and male roles. You know what I mean? I like women to do women things. I like men to do men things. My kids have to open doors for women. My kids have to carry things for women. They have to stand up for women. They have to open. I mean, that is super important. And the more manly men we have, the better it is. Like if women are carrying bags, my kids better go grab a bag and help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they stood, I remember when they know to stand up for ladies to sit down, and they'll do it, but they don't tell them to sit down. They just stand up and move over. But I have to teach them. Okay, they get too shy to go, you can have my seat. But I said it's really important. It makes women.
My stepson, if I'm not around, he'll open the car door for my wife.
Oh my gosh! So. You still open the car door for Nikki?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Lou.
Mike, you just ruined everything.
Lou gets high and forgets.
Lou, Jesus, goes in the house and he
got you wine.
He comes back out.
Wine.
Are you still in the car? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to turn on a light.
You did old man acrobats to get you your box of wine.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm not complaining at all about that. I mean, because no one gets their husband to open their door for him after a week.
I was going to say the first few dates.
No,
it's over. Called the representative. Actually, I heard that from someone. Someone told me it's a representative dating. They have the representative. He's like this perfect guy. He opens the door and does everything right. And then he goes away and you get the real guy, and that's what you're left with. They said the representative usually leaves after 3 months. So yours is real.
You're supposed to wait like a good 3 to 5 years before you get married because that's when the real
asshole shows up.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I
could never be nice for 3 years. I mean, who could do that?
That's a long time.
I gotta close that deal. I've never lasted more than a few months.
You said it. You can only suck in for so long.
No, I can only hold my stomach in for 3 months, sir. That's crazy, a long engagement. Oh.
This is Instagram. This is normal.
This is dating at 4 months.
Yeah. This is the first date.
Yep. The thing about divorce is, I mean, the most important thing is always, for me, some people might agree, but for me, or not agree, but for me, it's just about the family, keeping the family together as much as possible, even though the family just got broken apart.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really, really, and when I left with my first divorce was nothing. We don't have any kids. I just think it's just like having your hair.
Oh, if you don't have kids,
it's nothing. I mean, I guess it affects some people, but it didn't mean anything to me. But when you have kids, that's when it gets rough. And
houses, I didn't have a house.
Right.
We didn't have that stuff. So I'm almost glad we didn't have shit. So it made it easier.
And you didn't even, you probably had to get an attorney because you had to do child stuff.
We didn't do anything. We just 50-50 signed paperwork.
You just did it yourself.
Yeah. So I actually did the paperwork for the divorce. That's why it took 4 years. Or a long time. I originally did it wrong. So it's very confusing, the paperwork. I didn't want to pay for help because I didn't have any money. So it's like plaintiff, and it's not plaintiff, but it's like something. And I put his name where my name is, and my name was his name. And I filled all out wrong, and I turned it in, and they found out I did it wrong, so I had to redo it again. And so a lot of paperwork. And I didn't get anything involved. I just said, let's just be. I'll revisit it later, and I still haven't.
With my second husband, we had a house, we had the girls, and we did that. We did an agreement to ourselves. We wrote it all out. The last minute, he meets me at the courthouse. He goes, "We got to hurry inside. They're ready. Just re-sign these papers." I copied them. And I didn't think a thing of it. I didn't even think a thing of it. And I signed it. That went in, and they said, "Are these your papers?" Yes. And do you both agree? Yes. Divorce is final, done. And for some reason, a few years later, I don't know why I was looking at the divorce papers, because what we had agreed to in those divorce papers was that the house, which was, I bought the house with my money, but anyway, whatever. I just said, well, you can live there. You have a real job. I'm a comic now. I'm in the trailer with the girls. Maybe people are embarrassed to bring people to the house. You keep the house, and then the girls can have their friends over. I didn't know they wouldn't be embarrassed at the trailer. That's just was my thinking.
Yeah.
And I said, you just keep the house. You have to pay for it. But when the last one's 18, then we'll sell it and split the money. That was the agreement. Well, that was what we signed, but he changed it all and he wrote the words, the house is John's and it is mine to do with whatever I want. And I got a divorce attorney and we sat in front of the judge. The judge goes, no one would sign this. I consider it null and void immediately. And then he had to get a second on the house and give me a bunch of money.
You did?
Yeah.
What a.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, there you go. And but I'm just saying, that's why if you do have property, you really should get at least a mediator or a paralegal, right? But and then you got really lucky with kids too. I mean, but all the lawyers stuff that we even did with our first divorce, because we had to go through some counseling, even that was hard on the kids.
I wish I took a little more time with it and not rushed it so much. I just wanted out and with everything I was going through, but I didn't ask for any help. And I think that I also don't think I thought like I'm strong enough to do this. I don't need him, which is really dumb. I should have. But they always said I could revisit. Everyone said you can revisit.
You can, absolutely, because I never got a single dime of child support, even though he was supposed to give me like literally $150 a month. The first month he paid me in quarters, and he never paid me again.
Oh, fun.
So whatever, and I it's all right. Who cares?
I tell myself as much rather have less fighting and happiness
Yes,
than money and misery.
absolutely.
So it's not worth it.
And
There's someone excited.
And he's been such a great dad.
He's a
with
great
kids
dad.
through it
He's an
all.
amazing dad.
And speaking of your kid,
I know.
I hear these little bull feet coming over here.
Come over here.
Hendrix, can you come and join us?
I think I'm gonna give him this big comfy chair because he'll just be cozy in here.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Hendrix.
Oh, look at that backpack, everybody.
Oh
Hendrix.
man.
That is the coolest backpack I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, this way.
Oh, beep, 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 beep. That's what I was doing whenever I back up.
Go right here. I'm gonna have you sit in the big chair.
Hey, Hendrix.
Mic you up, sir.
All right, you guys. Hendrix. A few weeks ago, Amber had to miss the show because she was in Hollywood talking to big management agents about this little star here. So this is the only time I probably can ever afford to have him on the show. He's actually cheaper than Dave Matthews, it turns out. So I'm really excited you're here, Hendrix. How's the career been going?
Good.
Yeah. Why do you like rap so much?
It just brings out it's just I can say everything.
Say everything in your heart?
Yeah, say everything in my heart.
Yeah.
And I can just rap it out.
Rap it out.
Mhm.
Like if you're happy, you rap it out.
Sad.
Sad, you wrap it out.
Yep.
Mad, you wrap it out. Hungry, right on. Are you? The other thing about you is, you're some kind of amazing football wizard. You know everything about football
Yeah.
from way back times.
Mhm.
Like you could say, we could say, who was the quarterback for the 2018 Patriots?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was too easy for you.
Way too
Okay.
easy.
Where did Tom Brady go to high school?
Yeah, that's
Oh my God.
He only knows NFL
Okay,
facts.
only that's good enough.
a little
Okay.
bit colorful.
All right.
A little bit of college.
All right. Do you know a guy named Don Coryell? Does that ring a bell? Okay. San Diego Chargers, 1910. A guy named Dan Fouts ring a bell to you? Dan Fouts, okay. San Diego Chargers, 1911. That's how old I am. The refrigerator. You ever hear about that guy?
Oh yeah.
Who's that?
Chicago Bulls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
Bears.
What do you
Uh-huh.
know
The
about it?
80s.
Yeah.
Wonderful Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right.
Lineman.
That's right.
What number?
Offensive.
Yep. And
What number?
You know the refrigerator's number?
80.
Holy
72.
72.
Close enough.
Close.
Okay.
Close
so he's 8
enough.
off. He's 8 years old.
Mike, can
He's
you
8
start
years
the
old.
jump here?
Mike, what's your favorite player?
My favorite player of all time is Jerry Rice.
Hey, tell us about Jerry Rice, Hendrix.
Got drafted a while in 85. He got drafted to the 49ers. He won his first Super Bowl, I think in 1990 or 1993. Then he went to the Oakland Raiders where he got his last Pro Bowl, and then to finish off his career, he went to the Seahawks, and he's a Hall of Famer, greatest receiver of all time,
Wow.
multi-time Pro Bowl.
Amazing.
Mike, has anyone asked us questions for Hendrix? Is anyone on there? No.
Nobody's out here asking questions for Hendrix.
I was
Yes.
gonna say NFL questions would be fun. He likes NFL questions.
Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Lily has a mad crush on him. Tell me about him.
Tim Tebow,
What team does he play for?
quarterback. Ooh.
Is it the Broncos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quarterback, I think. Yeah, that's really all I know about.
You know what? The only thing about Tim Tebow is he's hot. He's probably not even a good player.
Yeah, I don't know about
Lily has
Well,
a
he
mad
only
crush.
played for a few seasons
There
in
you
the NFL.
But there you go.
Yeah.
What about a little? What about somebody named?
Talk about Todd Gurley. How about Todd Gurley?
He was drafted like 2012, I think. I don't know. 2012. He had one of his best seasons. I think in his third year when he got 1,900 something yards. He went to the Super Bowl 2018. He just got traded to the Atlanta Falcons that have Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. And yeah, what do you want to know about? I have a portrait of him. Not a portrait, a poster of him.
Wow. So where's our Chargers guy? I don't know for some reason.
Philip Rivers.
Where's Philip Rivers going to play next year?
Colts.
He's gone to the Colts.
Oh.
Did that surprise you?
I thought he was going.
Miami.
No, I didn't think he was
You
going to
didn't-
Miami.
a lot of people here thought he'd go to Miami.
I didn't really know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to retire. Honestly, he's really dead.
He's dead. You don't think he still has it in him? Why?
He only had like really 3 good years.
Oh, holy crap! You're sitting in my San Diego trailer. You know what though? Ever since they left for LA, I could give a crap about him. I feel like he cheated on me somehow. You know, because he left.
Oh.
They left for LA.
I mean, he's a decent quarterback, but he only really had like 5 good years.
Huh.
7 good years.
Thank you. I really appreciate hearing
Not
7.
3.
Yeah, 3's not enough.
Like
So,
5, 6.
Did you look up my dad yet, Pete Barbolak?
Yeah,
What do you think?
he's pretty good. Yeah.
He's alright.
Yeah.
You know.
I already knew him.
You did? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I watched like something on him, and it was like he was like in like a famous game, and I heard his name like in the announcers. I heard the name Barbolak with a tackle.
Yeah,
And like I don't know.
that's so cool.
I did not know this. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
You know, he lived such a happy life, and he got so crippled up and banged up from playing at Purdue and then in the NFL. But you know, he wouldn't have traded that life for anything, and I'm glad he had that life. You know, he was, even though he had a lot of brain issues, but he was still just the funnest guy. He had a carpet business. People come in, they go, "Hey, Pete," he'd sell carpet that day, and then he'd see him that night at like the Elks Club, and he'd go, "Hey, how have you been? What's been going on?" The guy goes, "Well, I saw you this afternoon, Pete." I mean, that happened all the time.
My God.
But he was just such a funny guy. I love him. So can you consider a little rap for us?
So what do you want
What-
to talk
You just keep
What-
your mic on.
You know, you can rap about anything you're feeling. That you know, how's your mom doing it?
about? I don't want to say it, but not that good.
Not that I don't blame. Listen, if I were running pretend school, we'd be watching Jerry Springer all day. That's all you need to know about the world,
Why
kids.
am I not doing good?
You're doing a pretty bad job waking me up. Like
Waking him up.
you try to wake me up at like 7:45. Like you were trying to wake me up
Yeah.
this morning. You tried to wake me up at 7:45, and you ended up waking me up at 8. And my class starts at 8:15, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
fired.
already
I'm
late.
totally fired from waking him up.
And she barely knows my Zoom code, so
I don't know your Zoom code.
yeah, I have to memorize that.
Yeah,
She
that's
can't
not
help
my.
with that.
You
I
memorize an
don't
entire Zoom
memorize
code?
passwords. Yeah,
It's a nightmare.
or Zoom codes.
I offered Emily if I could help. She goes, "Oh, you wouldn't be able to do anything." You know. Oh, Joel, you know, he's your age, my grandson.
Yeah.
So his father's helping him yesterday, and he said we have a class at 8:00 with Mrs. Orchestra. And Joel goes, "I don't remember a lady named Mrs. Orchestra, but it wasn't. Joel had orchestra class."
Hilarious.
Yes. So you could, you're probably gonna write some rap songs about your bad experiences with your pretend teacher at pretend school. So I can't wait to hear those. What do you just do whatever you want to do for
You know,
us now?
the NFL was on. I mean, the NBA. What's it called? What's the basketball called?
NBA.
NBA's on strike. Do you want to
NW.
hear an NBA song about NBA?
Oh, yeah. I'm balling like Kobe. 3 seconds on the clock. 1, 2, 3. I switch to 3 like Stephen Curry. I'm cold-blooded like D'Angelo. I'm the all-star superstar. Ain't nobody more valued than me. Not even LeBron. Yeah, I whap hard. Did I play hard? Did I go hard? Yeah. It's a whap hard. Did I play hard? Did I go hard? Yeah. Did I whap hard? Did I play hard? Did I go hard?
Good job.
8 years old. Woohoo!
Did I play hard? Yeah.
Oh.
I had the ball like Kobe. I had to call some people like Kyrie. Switch to 3. Yeah, I had to step over the haters like Allen Iverson. I had to step over the haters like Allen Iverson. Yeah.
People
Good
online are
job.
going crazy. They're calling you Little Biggie.
Yeah, little Biggie. I like
I'm
that.
loving it.
I love it. Can you give us?
We were trying to work on his rap name. He wanted to be Little Money, but we found out there was a Little Money who passed away, so we didn't want to take his name.
Yeah.
Is there a little Biggie? I like that.
That's what I said, Little Biggie.
No, I want to be Lil Casa.
I told him Little Cash App. I told him he could be called Little Cash App so people could pay him.
That's
You
funny.
want to show up?
I love little Cash App. That's
Right?
brilliant.
Little Cash App, and then his Cash App's going to be Little Cash App. Pay him if you want to show up. He told me he's very woke. He likes to be, he said, Mom, I can be woke and get paid. I don't have to be woke and broke. I said, that's true.
You had to be woke and broke. Can we have another one? Is that too greedy?
So?
Do you want to do a freestyle about Vicky's trailer?
No.
Okay.
I can't do freestyle anymore because I started writing and then now
They saying Little Cash App is dope.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, give us one of your other ones.
Okay, so yeah. Everybody told me no, just went to the auto, to the West Coast, double back. Now I be balling. Yeah, balling. See me for Grammys, do not be surprised, cause I got the vision and I got the drive. See me with Grammys, do not be surprised. Phone call for the whole team, like, school. Phone call for the whole team, like, school. Why do I want my Lambo? Why do I want my Lambo? Why do I want my Lambo? We go school, all the way to the top. School. Like a can drop. Yes, we at the top of the game. Yes, we at the top of the game. Yeah, we at the top of the game. Yes, we at the top of the game. Yeah. Everybody told me, to spring to the autumn, to the West Coast, double back. Now we be balling. Everybody told me, to spring to the autumn, to the West Coast, double back. Now we be balling.
Good job,
Yeah,
Hendrix.
balling.
Ooh, yeah. Woo! Hey, is a Lambo a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at me. I know something
Yeah.
about fancy
And
cars.
the Rari is the
A
Ferrari.
Ferrari,
Yes.
a Lambo, and the Rari. Man, I had a poor Hendrix who went down to feed the turtles this afternoon, and he had to ride in my 2007 Prius, and he never rode in a car like that because he's Orange County. He's like, what's this? Is the seatbelt not automatic? When does this wrap around my body? Like it's a poor. In fact, you can sit in the front seat. My illumination doesn't even go on. But he's so polite. He doesn't sit in the front. I go, these are private streets in a trailer park. You can sit in the front. I'm like, you can drive in the trailer park, man. Private streets. That's a good thing. Are you excited about driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe after the show we could just run the block. You ever driven a car before?
No.
It's not that hard. The main thing is don't push too hard on your right foot,
Not
and we won't die. Well, we could die if you did. It's just touch it. Otherwise, you just run into a trailer, man. We'll don't worry
That's
about
one way to go viral and make it on the news.
it. Yeah, listen, it's very simple.
Comedian Vicki Barbolak let an 8-year-old drive
I
to a
have-
trailer park.
Listen, he's not a normal 8-year-old. He's like a 90-year-old man. You guys know this about him. You could totally drive. I'd let him drive me anywhere.
Well, 90-year-old shouldn't be driving either.
Listen, we're just gonna let him drive on the last street of the trailer park, Lou, just like 20 feet. What could happen?
No.
What could-
What could happen? Don't even ask. Don't even ask. I don't want to fix somebody else's trailer.
Oh, man.
Please. I was thinking we could go over by
No,
the
no,
RV
no.
yard.
At no time.
God, Hendrix, man. These people
No
are a bunch
way.
of squares.
One time the
Give
parking
us
lot.
a call to Vicki.
You know what? Cindy said, Vicki, you have to be the bad grandma to my
Right.
grandsons. So that's why I'm going to take him driving. Maybe not tonight, but clearly by the time he's 10. Because after 10, it's not fun anymore.
That's when they just steal the cars.
Yeah. No. God. We all, whatever. I'm not going to. Don't worry, America. I'm not taking an 8-year-old in the car. Just kidding.
Get the phone book.
We're not going. Well, so are you excited about your career, these breakouts and stuff like this?
Yeah.
Are you going to stay the same humble, wonderful kid, or are you going to turn into a big jerk?
Hopefully not.
You know what? That's a silly thing. You're just going to be the same person you are now.
Well,
You're going to be an awesome person because that's how you are.
He is a very good
Yeah.
boy. Tell her what you say about when people say mean comments, like how your attitude is. If someone says,
nothing. Don't say.
you don't give them any. He said words, people's words,
It's
don't
just,
give them energy.
right. Yeah, spelling is basically like a spell because you're just giving the words a power to change people's way they think. So it's basically just a spell. That's what I call it spelling.
Oh, that's
So
really
he said
cool.
words are just, you give it the attention.
It becomes like
shouldn't
a
have-
spell.
So he said if you give it attention, then they
Yeah.
win. So if you act like it doesn't matter, then it's really a word.
I
It's
know.
just a word.
That is
It's
true.
It's just
it's
letters that are like they put into place to read something.
Yeah, your heart is true, and you're a wonderful kid, and so talented, and you really know how to feed a turtle. All right, man. Thank you so much, Hendrix. Give it up for my
Get your
darling.
microphone off.
I'll get it.
We'll trade microphones.
That's good. Thank you.
The
Perfect.
crossover.
I got it. I'll get it. Wait. Thank you. Not smooth.
I'm looking forward when the album drops.
Wait, can I just
Okay.
sit right here?
Sure.
Do we have any questions from out there for anything, Mikey?
We have questions from back when we were talking about divorce.
Oh, yes.
So, you
Well,
guys
if
want
they-
to revisit those?
If they want to know, if there's something.
I think we should. There's some important ones in here.
Okay.
Like Clara in Burbank said her ex-husband started using meth.
Oh, God.
He was a successful business person. We had a happy marriage. We have 2 beautiful toddlers. Then all of a sudden, he had lost his job, racked the max, and I found out that he was actually using meth.
Oh.
Within 8 months, our life together was ruined. I'm living with my parents. I had to get the kids out of the house, and he would not leave. I have hired a divorce attorney. I never thought this would happen to me, and I'm afraid if he ever gets custody of the kids will be in danger. Will a meth addict be allowed custody?
No.
No,
No.
no,
There you go.
no, you'll be fine. I mean, if he gets anything, it'll be like this custody with supervision.
And they do automatic drug testing, and you can
Yeah.
recommend that.
So I'm so sorry. That is just, 1 out of every, I think, 8 people who tries meth becomes instantly addicted. It doesn't matter. It's just brain chemistry. My daughter Lily did her thesis in college on methamphetamines being like an addiction in a pool, as you follow addiction through a neighborhood. And you can tell how many people will become addicted because it's actually statistically provable. So it's a terrible thing that it just ravages you, and you have nothing you can do. But it can be treated. He can get help, and he might get better. So I wouldn't give up hope. I really wouldn't give up hope that he will get better. But good for you for keeping him safe, because that's all I can say is if you can't afford an attorney, do whatever you can to get free attorneys. You got to get help.
Yeah.
There is so much help in social services. It's not easy to access, but you have to stay on it. I could tell by your letter, it's the only thing that matters to you. It will
You'll
be
figure
fine.
It out.
It will be fine.
And staying positive. And there's actually a good book called Codependent No More that I read. That's very good when you're having to handle things like that and how to not put some of their problems on your shelf.
Great thought. Anyway, we love you, and and especially during this time to go through this. Sorry to you, but I hope you're enjoying your mom and dad. The time the families really come together.
Stay strong, Clara.
Right on.
This next one comes from Sandy
Yeah, I know.
Marino. Says, I was depressed after my wife told me I was not enough for her, and she was leaving me nearly after 20 years of marriage. Our daughter had left for college, our son was in the Navy, and I thought in the coming years we would have time to ourselves. It turns out my wife had been having an affair with a guy she met at her gym. I started drinking heavily and avoided contact with all of our friends. After years of this, I went for a walk and began to appreciate the little things I was seeing, like the leaves turning, choices. I felt lighter and I kept walking every day. One morning I stopped for coffee at a local stand in front of me in line was a woman who often walks where I walk. I said hello. We started talking, and we found ourselves walking together, drinking our coffees. We continued to meet along our paths, and one day she asked me to dinner. I am happy to say I have never felt more young at heart and alive since meeting her. To come back from a broken heart is a wonderful thing.
Wow, that's a beautiful
Oh my
story.
God.
We needed to hear that.
We needed to hear that tragedy opportunity.
You always gotta keep your head up.
Yeah.
Keep your head up. Always look at the person in front of you at the line of the coffee store too.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm never going to Burger King without checking out the line again. Everybody, keep your eyes open.
Keep it positive.
Keep positive. That's right. That's so cool.
That's a cute story.
That's beautiful, Sam. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yay.
Paulette in Santa Fe. My ex-husband has never paid one dime in child support. He won't keep a job. I cannot collect the money he makes because he makes money gigging. He insists on seeing the kids on his weekends, and he has exposed them to some questionable people. Sometimes I think I should not have divorced him because I worry about the kids when they are with them. I feel like the devil, is better. I feel like the devil, is better sometimes, and I actually have been thinking of trying to reconcile with him for the sake of my children's well-being. Any advice, Vicki?
Man, that is your call, girl.
That's a hard
I
one.
support you either way.
How old did she say her kids were?
Does not say.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I mean, I've known people in that situation, and I was in that situation. I stayed as long as I
I
could.
did too.
And I get it. I get it, man. If you think you need to do it to keep your kids safe, Lou's like shaking his head no.
No.
I'm saying no. too.
As a
say
woman,
no.
I'm saying yes. As a woman, all that matters is my kids. I also stayed around a lot longer than I should have because I didn't want to have. When they had to leave and I worried about where they were or their father didn't pick up, there's nothing more painful for that to me. And when they get a little older, then it's easier to do that.
You're right. And you know what? You might think you can get back with them. Lou and Mac are like, no way. It's funny, the dudes, because I think we're moms. The children. That's what we
children
worry
away,
about the
and
most.
if you don't know who they're around, that is the most nerve-wracking.
Like some people don't have any family
I'm
support,
with you guys.
any parental. They don't have any family support. They don't have aunts and uncles. There are people without support.
Yeah.
And if I get your pain, and I'm sorry.
I would say to go to court and get supervised visitation.
Right.
If he's not paying child support,
Right.
then right there you can't see the
But I
kid.
got to tell you,
There's legal ways
Right.
you can go about doing
let's
it.
see how questionable this stuff is, because I went through some stuff, and I can't say this here right now, but there was some stuff that happened with my kids that was very questionable, and I couldn't get any movement. It has to be really drastic. So I'm just saying.
And if it's a woman's gut, if you're like, I could spec this up for 3 more years,
to make
and you
things
don't
smoother.
want to date, and it's just about your kids, which is where the same place I was at. It was all about my babies and the safety of my babies, and not knowing where they were on the weekends just drove me insane. I don't mind.
It's your
But
choice.
if he's not paying child support, he hasn't paid one dime of child support.
I don't care. I want to be
But
around my babies.
you can deny
Yeah.
visitation.
No, you cannot. Not in California. I never got a dime, and I could never get. No, it's a definite law in California. I don't know where's Sam at.
Really?
Where's she at? Oh no, in California you don't pay. It does
Paulette in
nothing.
Santa Fe.
She's in New Mexico. I don't know. In California, your child support payments have nothing to do with visitation rights. Nothing.
Yeah.
0.
And when those babies are away for that weekend, or whatever days it is, it's as they get older, it gets easier. When they have cell phones, they can communicate. They can. So I
I
don't know
already
how.
have cell phone.
I know. I'm saying children, and that's the reason why. He's very young to have a cell phone, but there's a reason I want to communicate with him. So it depends on the age of the child. If it's a 4-year-old, stay there. If he's 16, move on.
I hear your pain, and I wish I was. I wish there was there. You know what? This is just one that you've got to talk to people about, and
Pray on and
Yeah.
trust your gut, trust yourself.
and And you'll make the right decision.
Yeah, just trust
You're
yourself.
on it. I could tell you're on it.
Like I said, keep your
Interesting.
head up.
The way the dynamic in this room is on this
Isn't that
question.
funny? That's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Is that it, Mike? Or
There's more. Candace in San Diego says, my ex-husband and I were very good friends ever since we met in college. After our careers got off the ground and many romantic relationships that went nowhere, we decided we might as well get married since we got along so well and both wanted to start a family. There's no real spark, but we were happy enough. It turns out we had a great deal of difficulty getting pregnant and spent tens of thousands of dollars on treatment, which added a lot of stress. After 5 years of trying and 3 miscarriages, I just could not stay anymore, and we were in the middle of a divorce.
Oh.
We're
God.
still good friends. I just wish people would quit telling me I gave up too early, and one day I'd just get pregnant. And what a great guy I just left.
Oh
I left
gosh.
because I had to. It was tearing me apart, and I had to leave.
Carly,
Candace.
that is a life story that is like
Hard.
shocking. I'll be thinking about you forever. You've been through so much, and that's just,
How old is she? Did she say?
It doesn't say how old
oh
she is.
God, 3 miscarriages, married a guy, good friend, that's married, have babies, and then it didn't work, and then sometimes it's just enough to be really good friends. Love comes so slowly. So many people say that it grows and grows, and they could have maybe made it, but they didn't because she couldn't, and I totally understand.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I always trust women's intuition. If there's
Yeah.
something doesn't feel right, it's okay. It doesn't have to make sense. It's okay.
Yeah.
And a loss of a baby 3 times is a lot on your body.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
sometimes walking away from something and realizing maybe something magical is out there waiting for you. Great. And maybe there isn't, and you could revisit it. It doesn't always mean so permanent, but emotionally she probably went through a lot. And I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. That loss is so
And I
hard.
hate the fact that that's totally
One of my good friends
shitty people
also
saying
named, one of my good friends named Candace, was told she can have kids and she just had a baby and she's in her 40s. So
Yeah.
that's super exciting. You really sometimes you don't have to write that off completely.
Yeah.
If someone comes around and it's your 2 bodies, your hormones change, things go on. Even a new partner with sex makes people's hormones change and they can get pregnant easier. I mean, there's a million factors that lay into this. So
Right. That's why never mind. Hendrix is still here. Hendrix, would you mind doing this for me though? In the refrigerator, I put the cake for tonight. Did you bring
Cupcakes.
Did you bring a tray of the cupcakes out?
Oh, yeah. And we'll go on one. It's actually, it's a heartfelt one to get away from all the pain.
Okay.
My heart does go out to you, Candace, but I always say, if you have a feeling that if you're not happy, you have the power to change that. And so I hope that that happiness finds you. But this one comes from Mark in Des Moines. My parents divorced when I was 8. It was a bitter one. My dad basically just left with another woman, and we hardly ever saw him as he started a new family, and we never saw them. When my own marriage could not be saved, I vowed no matter what, I remain in my children's lives. My former wife has always been in agreement. We have both remarried. We often vacation together as a blended family.
Aw.
Our Thanksgivings and Christmas dinners have gotten so large we have to move all the furniture out of the living room to seat everyone. Just because our first marriages broke apart, our family did not break. It got bigger and better.
I love that.
I love it. I relate to that so much. That's what
I invited
everybody.
my ex-husband's new fiance to Thanksgiving this year.
That's beautiful.
I
Oh
did.
my God.
That's what we all do.
Watch
We
out.
always do
Look
that.
at that.
Oh, look at
Whoa.
these. Yummy.
Whoa.
Did you put the cupcakes in the ice cream cones?
Those are
Yes.
so cute.
Can you give one to Mikey?
Here, give one to Mikey.
Thank you, Hendrix.
And then Hendrix,
Mike.
that one. Oh, it's weird.
Wanna
give Blue, you want one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want the one with a lot of Oreos.
So these are really fun. You just make a cake mix, and there's different ways. But I read a lot of input, and the bottom line was you pour the cake mix directly into the cone rather than put the cone on top of the thing upside down. And everyone said it cooked better. So that's how I did it. It's the first time I've ever done it. It's fun.
I don't know if that
What was that? The parents who did this when I was in school were my favorite.
Yeah.
My mom, it would be snack day, and this was like big in the 80s, or they would do Oreos with gummy worms inside. dirt and worms.
Worms in the yes, that was a great one.
Oh my God. And I thought the parents who did that were so cool. And then it was my snack day, and my mom, actually it was my dad, he went to Trader Joe's or one of those places, like a healthy place, because my parents were like health nuts, and got pecan pies, little mini pecan pies. Now they cost my dad about like $1.50 each. They were expensive. There's 24 kids in the class.
Oh.
My dad spent a lot of money. And he bought a big tray of little mini pecan pies because he didn't know what else to do. He didn't know what snack day was.
Right.
And met Oreos for $4.
Hilarious.
You know what I mean? He spent so much money.
Right.
But everyone, my dad left, he dropped him off. I was so embarrassed. Like, why did he bring pecan pies? Usually my mom's brought fun stuff like this. And everyone goes, oh, Amber's dad bought poop pies.
Oh, no.
And I was noticed, and I literally left that school. I brought the poop pies. And the next time it was my snack day, I didn't go up to school because I was embarrassed because my parents were going to bring something healthy.
Oh, that's ridiculous. So I want a poop pie so bad. I love pecan pies.
So I always wanted my mom to make one of these, but my parents, this wasn't my mom.
Would you mind going and getting me a glass of milk from the refrigerator? Thank you so much. Isn't that sweet?
Take your time.
Thanks. I'd like the milk in the Spider-Man glass, please.
I'm just off my face.
Now we can talk.
Do you like it, Mike?
Yeah, it's my favorite snack.
Yeah.
So you guys, I wanted Hendrix to go in the kitchen so I could talk about the Genius Pipe because I'm so terrified talking about things like this. The Genius Pipe. My favorite thing. A whole bunch of you guys ordered it last week. So excited.
They're the best.
And Amber's came in today. She's so excited. But anyway, it cools the air to room temperature. It's so much safer for you. Anyway, when you go to geniuspipe.com,
geniuspipe.com,
look at all the videos. If you want to get one for your safety and your friend's safety, then you get trailer
for 20% off.
Trailer 20% off. Okay, that's enough about that.
Is it just trailer?
Yeah, trailer in the front.
Trailer on
Yeah.
geniuspipes.com.
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't find the milk.
Oh, that's okay. You know what?
Okay.
I forgot I don't have any milk. I meant to say almond milk. So I
Thank
crushed
you.
Oreos on top of these.
So cute.
Do you like it? Because I know Hendrix, and because one time Amber had this earthquake food put away, and it was
I
Oreos
did.
and a bunch of Doritos.
Yeah.
And one night she ate it all, and the boys came up the next morning and they woke up and they go, "Was there an earthquake?"
Mhm.
Because they saw Amber surrounded by Oreo
Yeah.
wrappers and Doritos.
My son goes, oh no, mom had an earthquake. That's literally what he said when you were like 5. Still my favorite thing you ever said.
There's nothing more fun than having these fellers,
Oh, it's the best.
children, my daughters.
It's the best. He's not as quiet, but he's great.
So you guys, Mike, you've been through a lot of stuff. I mean, overall, did you want to wrap anything up about our topic, which is divorce, tragedy / opportunity?
Just remember to always put the kids first.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part. If you are divorcing and you have children, always do what's in the best interest of them. Don't use them as leverage against each other. Do not, stop time between parents just because you're bitter or you're upset or you're hurt. Just always remember that your love for your child should way outdo your hatred for each other.
Yeah.
If you hate each other.
It's true.
If you guys get along.
And if you can do what my mom told me, win an Oscar. You just pretend like everything's fine. Every time I saw him, hello, here's the kids. What good is it to fight?
And the longer you are nice to each other, even by pretending, you naturally just become nice to each other.
It works.
It just becomes that way.
You guys don't have to be friends, but be cordial.
Right. And you know what? Funny thing, weirdest thing Winston Churchill said, the greatest thing is to make a friend out of an enemy. And I have to say, I'm friends with all my ex-husbands, like family. If they lose laughing, but
I will never be friends with Al Qaeda.
well, I live in Al Qaeda. Well, I mean, mine are all fine. I mean, if one of my ex-husbands called me, they needed a ride, they would call me and I would give them a ride.
Yeah.
Like Lou and I drove the girl's dad around all over when he got in an accident before Christmas. Lou and I were just taking turns driving them around. That's what we do. Because they're good people. They've evolved too. We've all evolved. Some people aren't right for each other.
No.
Some people bring out the worst in each other.
Yeah.
Some people bring out the best.
Yeah.
Like the way that second husband of mine treats his other wife. The man that wouldn't get out of bed when I had to go into the hospital because I was in labor, and he goes, it's too early in the morning. I had to call my mother and check myself into the hospital to have my baby. That guy, the way he treats his new wife, I mean, like he treats her like Mike treat I'm not. He
Good.
treats her like Mike treats
No,
me.
my ex-husband
I was
treats his new girl
Yeah.
very good, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Seeing him happy makes me happy.
Yeah.
It makes my kids happy.
It was exactly.
The last thing I want my ex-husband to do is be with someone who's miserable. It makes them miserable.
Yes.
I much rather. I love that Lisa's happy and positive and
And
sweet.
making his life happy because he's
That's
a
fine.
happier father, happier dad.
I love her for. That's why she got invited to Thanksgiving. I think she thinks I'm kidding, but I'm renting a big house in Dallas. I'm gonna have a big Thanksgiving in Dallas, and they're invited, and hopefully I might have a boyfriend by then. He doesn't.
I'm sure
He said I
You
don't.
might, yeah.
Okay, if I get a boyfriend,
We'd appreciate a boat,
yeah,
as I mentioned.
but
And
someone likes
Vegas
to have-
Slot Star says, take the high road for the kids' sake. You can always fight later when they are grown.
yes.
You guys are right, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, let's wrap
Absolutely.
it up.
I want to thank Ed Cohen, always doing everything in the world to make my life great. I want to thank Hendrix, the 8-year-old rap star that's going to be
Yes.
super famous and who is an amazing guy. The great Mike Vinn, the very best. Emily Chandler, my producer, always my wonderful girl. My favorite, current, and last and only husband, I hope, Lou Brockman. You guys, we love you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Stay safe, and it'll all be better.
Awesome. That was fun.
It's a wrap.
Hendrix,